wide.
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, released in March 2019 by From Software. For those of you who don't know, this game is an absolute masterpiece, and the combat system is truly something special. And Soulsborne veterans were in for a rude awakening, because Sekiro is a whole new ballgame. To start off with, things don't seem so bad. We get a short tutorial against weak enemies, and we're taught the basics of deflect and attack, showing there are strong enemies with multiple health bars. And then, you face off against Genichiro Ashina. If you're like me and so many others, this battle only lasted about 30 seconds, and we learned exactly two things. Number one, we suck. And number two, we found ourselves a rival. Now, what I'm here to talk about today is just what makes the combat in Sekiro so beautiful. And the reason I brought up Genichiro is because he's the enemy where many players really started to buckle down and learn the ins and outs of how combat works. Genichiro is considered by many to be the first major skill check in the game. Up to him, you can pretty much brute force or stealth your way through most of the challenges, but Genichiro, however, makes you slow right the fuck down. You can't stun lock him with prosthetics, you can't cheese him with combat arts, you just have to sit there and make it all work. Genichiro perfectly exemplifies how the combat in Sekiro works. If you master the art of deflection, you can beat him just using posture alone. However, if you don't fully understand the combat, Genichiro feels almost insurmountable. He uses ranged weapons to interrupt your heal, he breaks your posture with a flurry of strikes, and just when you think you got it, he jumps up and rains down arrows to fuck you up. I think every player let out a groan when old Genichiro dropped his weighted clothing and bukakied us with the lightning of Tomoe. As frustrating as he is, once you defeat him, you are legitimately better at the game. I like to look at Genichiro as a measuring stick for the player's own ability. He collapses your cheeks in the intro, he's more or less your equal in the mid-game, and at the end, oh my, do you just smack him without taking a hit. He is the perfect teaching tool for the amazing combat in Sekiro. The next major skill check in the game would be the true corrupted monk, and if at this point you still haven't mastered deflection, you're not moving forward. The true monk is an excellent example of an enemy that telegraphs her moveset, but has an erratic enough pattern that you still need to buckle the fuck down. She guards the Vermilion Bridge to Fountainhead Palace, as if to say, sorry wolf, no bitches allowed. True monk is, in my opinion, the final and most perfect test of the deflection mechanics in the game. It's unlikely this battle will be won by anything but posture buildup. She just doesn't give you a chance to chip away her vitality. In fact, phases 1 and 2 are designed in such a way that her posture bar fills quickly, whilst phase 3's posture fills slowly. It's as if the game is saying, alright, you know how to build posture, now do it for real, or else I'll spew my sticky terror all over you. I absolutely love this fight. It's one of the few fights in the game where I can literally play it over and over and over again and never get tired. You just feel so damn cool deflecting all of the corrupted monk's attacks. Now, at this point you might be saying to yourself, I am a great shinobi. Well, I got some news for you. There's one shinobi out there who's just a little bit better, and his name is Owl Father. Now here's a fight that throws everything you know on its head. And let me preface this by saying, this is likely my favorite fight in the entire game, because Owl Father takes all your tools, all your skills, and he uses them against you. He throws shurikens, he uses firecrackers, He pulls out the Mist Raven, uses Shadowfall and Whirlwind Slash. Oh, and if you try to thrust him in any way, your ass is getting Makiri countered. Basically, he uses most of the abilities in the Shinobi tech tree. And to top all that off, he can change his attacks mid-combo just to fake you out. Now, fighting Owlfather 50 times in a row until you beat him takes ninja-like reflexes, crackerjack timing, and just a little bit of luck, but when you do it, man, you are on top of the fucking world. The most valuable lesson he can teach you is the importance of aggression and controlling the flow of the fight. Something you'll need to master if you want to beat the final boss, Ishin the Sword Saint. Honestly, nothing I can say will do this fight any justice. Owlfather really needs to be played and experienced to be believed. In fact, this is the fight that made me believe Miyazaki is a genius. This leads me to the final fight in the game, Ishin the Sword Saint. And this fight, wow. This is the most perfect example in any game I've ever played of testing the player's abilities. In my opinion, Ishin is a combination of all the bosses I just mentioned. He has the complex combos of Genichiro, the deflection-heavy unpredictability of True Monk, and the use of Wolf's own abilities, like Owlfather. Ishin is the ultimate test of both reflexes and skill. You'll have to manage your posture, keep up aggression, know when to punish, and know when to run. Everything in the game is right here, and Ishin himself gives you the key to victory. Hesitation is defeat. Now, this may at first seem like just a line Ishin says to gloat every single time he kills you, and it's going to be drilled into your head loss after loss, until you realize that's exactly what you need to learn. You can't hesitate. You need to commit to your movement. Be sure of every slash. Only then can you sever this old bitch's immortality. And when you can finally deflect an entire combo from Ishin, let me tell you, you're gonna feel like the hottest fucking shinobi in all of Japan. Now, I know there's games out there that have amazing combat, but Sekiro, its combat is more than just a stylish display. It's legitimately art. From Software used their video game as a way to tell a visual story, and the combat is such that when mastered, it makes the entire Sekiro experience look and feel like an epic Kurosawa film come to life. And sure, it cost me a controller or two, and I don't think I've ever cursed so much in my entire life. But wow, what a ride. Not since Hollow Knight have I looked at a game and thought, wow, you know what? I'm a better gamer because of it. And the game itself may be hard, but so are most things in life worth doing. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you haven't played Sekiro, give it a try, because I'm telling you, it is a masterpiece. It's definitely up there as one of my favorite video games of all time. So let me know down below why you guys love Sekiro, and let me know your favorite bosses and why, because I'm really interested. And as always, I'm TG. If you like what you saw, you know what to do.